Someone's parked
Looks
this.
like it's been an up by an old bloke and his son.
Does it?
Yeah.
Looks nice though, doesn't it, in the sun?
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
So we've kind of missed a few metros at back out there, but there's a nice MG Metro here. Nice gold, looks like a Van den Pla one, yeah. Rover 100, another MG Metro. Silver Metro. Oh, that could be Jake's. Look how tidy that is. Very nice coloured wheels. Has he got spacers on there? No, I thought he had. Very nice. See, we've got the big Rovers with plenty of shine going on. 800s, they're a nice shape, those. I always remember them being quite an expensive luxury car when I was growing up. Like the look of them, you think, oh, there's plenty of money in them. But nowadays, some of them can't give them away.
Well, I don't know. They might have gone beyond that.
Oh, believe me, there's still ones that people can't give away. And then we get to the 200 set.
200 here with glass now.
Oh, there is, isn't there? That's nice.
Why? Oh, it's a colourblind.
So we've got the R8s, Rover Coupes.
That a Tomcat?
Let's have a look. So we've just been stood there commenting on which ones could be a turbo and which ones might not be, rather than just having a look. So there you go, non-turbo. Just your standard 1.8, I think. And then this one will be a turbo. That's not turbo. This one will be. So lots of shiny bits. VVC. I think as well the other way of telling is I don't think they did VVCs in the turbo one, so it'll say turbo on it, rather than that one that says VVC on it. But look, you can tell there's a turbo down there. There's an intercooler here. So I'm not very knowledgeable with the coupe ones, but it looks like they did big fast turbo ones, VVC K-series ones and standard K-series ones. Right. So there's 3 different flavours by the looks of it.
3 different flavours. I like that.
Let's ask this man a question about this SD3. What do you like about this SD3?
About what?
What do you like about this SD3?
SD3? What the hell's an SD3? It's not. It's a Rover 216.
It's an SD3.
Okay. I like it beside one. I like the one I have.
But this is a Van den. No, yours was the same as this trim level. So yours was an SE trim level, but with a 1.6 engine in it.
It was gold.
And I think if I remember rightly, yours had the same interior, didn't it?
I don't think it was as light as that. It was dark brown.
Was it like a tan colour?
All dash and everything.
I mean, they're very square looking.
Yeah, it's nice.
What do we think this is?
Got the beige dash.
I think it has. Maybe it's not had a different door cards then. Oh no, them door cards look beige. We've got some R8 Rovers, which I've said before aren't my favourite shape, but they do match the era that they were made in. Oh, there's that bloke again there. Did you know anybody that had an R8 shaped Rover?
Yes. Richard Moore.
Richard Moore had one. And what was his?
I mean, what was this?
What engine and stuff?
1.6, I think.
Okay.
Automatic.
Okay.
Green.
Green?
Yeah.
Like that green?
A lighter green or something.
A lighter green than that
Hang
one.
on. No, it was red.
Kevin had a green
When I
one.
first got to know him, same green as that.
Okay. What happened to that?
Got scrapped.
Oh, that's unusual, isn't it?
I think it was two-door as well.
It's not very often that Kevin has a car that gets scrapped. You'd have thought he should
Richard
find...
Moore had a red one. It was a red one.
Okay.
Austin yellow.
So we're just looking at this, and my dad's pointing out it's a round wheel-arched midget.
She's got round wheel arch.
But then he said he don't know whether it's a Sprite instead. So, I mean, it could be either because it's outside the Midget and Sprite Club.
It's a round wheel arch, which is a very early one.
I like that. I like the fact that it's got loads of spotlights all over it,
68.
and it's got a spare belt in case yours drops off.
Yeah.
And that looks like a Sprite as well.
Hold up, and I'll get a belt off.
For the day.
I've just looked all round here.
I'm sure we've seen this one before, but that's a lovely looking car. Oh, we have, because we commented on that they're crumpets under them covers there. We've definitely seen that one before. And here we've got a sort of rally prepped Metro. I don't think I've seen that before. That's quite interesting. So is it a bit higher than normal? Is that standard? It's got track wheel tyres on it. 1.4 GTI twin cam. Works Group N rally car. So it's a rally setup. It's got our bucket seats, no airbag. Everything else looks standard though. You can see through there. Roll cage. Yeah, nice. Hang on 2 seconds, young man. I'm going to just get shown something on this midget here. What it is, I'm not sure, but let's find out. What are you showing me there, young man?
Right, have a memorise.
Right, let's have a look. Yeah.
And that's an early one. It's a 68 round wheel arch.
Yep, round wheel arch version. Now we're going to find a non-round wheel arch version somewhere. Oh yeah, so you can see it's got squared off rear wheel arches. Is that different?
Slightly. Headlights, stand round arch one. Right, I just wanted it.
They are nice cars. I prefer midgets to MGB Roadster, but then I prefer GT to to midget. So look at that. That's one of.
You're saying at some point you might have a GT.
Yeah, I'd like a GT.
Why?
Why? Because I've not had an old car.
Are you going to be one of these people who, like, in 20 years' time, go looking for an MGB GT or the very MGB GT that his dad used to have?
Probably not.
Right. So what would you be looking for then?
Just a GT, really. I wouldn't want one that's perfect because I'd want to mess about with it a bit.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, yeah, it's like a 1275 GT, which is, if I were ever to buy a Mini, which I will never buy a Mini, that's the Mini I'd buy. But yeah, 1275 Mini is my perfect Mini. That's the one I'd have. I like the Clubman fronts better than the bell-nosed ones, which is an unpopular opinion, I suspect. Do you know anything about these?
No.
Because it says Austin on it. It looks like a Land Rover, but pre-Land Rover to me. Unless were they Austin Land Rovers, or?
They did an Austin Champ. I think that, I'm not sure.
Just says Austin on it. Well, whatever this thing is, it's quite cute. So we've got. So let's do a bit of a pop quiz. So how can you tell that's an early 75? 3 things you can see from here.
Number plate.
4 things you can see from here.
Let me read that on back and I'll tell you.
So it's
I
got
don't know, I can't remember what you told me.
bullet
Something to do with repeaters.
bullet mirrors. So if you look, mirrors are more squished than normal ones. The sills at the bottom are black rather than being body coloured.
Right, yeah.
And then there's them little lozenge badges,
Yes.
just on the door.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's another SD3 there. They even look nice in red. In fact, did yours used to have full body coloured bumper bits?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. That's another thing, because the early ones didn't, did they?
SE, weren't it?
Yes, that's it. And then there's an MG, is that a 1300? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's either 13 or 11. It's an MG, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'll be 13. And then a Maxi 1750. HL no less.
Right, square dormer. Look at ride height on that. That looks right.
So I'm looking at the ride height on this. Ugh. And that looks right, did you say? Looks correct.
Which I can't remember where it is.
Oh, it's right over at other end. So what we're saying
Right, eye.
is the ride height. Is the ride height on this one looked correct, whereas the one that we saw back there looked too high, but the one that we saw back there were on different wheels, so I'm wondering if them wheels were smaller.
That's what I'm wondering. I don't think so. They're 14, 15. I think they're probably 14.
I can't see, my eyes don't work. These are 14s. 14s. So we've got more Rover goodage. SD1. There must be an early one. But this is what I am interested in looking at. Right over here. So this could be, I was going to say a VI, but I'm not entirely certain. It's got spotlights, which is one thing. I'll ask my dad in a second. What?
Look at door cards.
Okay. What do you think? What problem do you think they're having trying to find a badge for? So it's got VI wheels. It's got different interior. Yeah, it's 3-door, but you can get remanufactured 3-door cards. Yeah. About 125 quid. It just says 200 on that, so I'm not sure what that is, but it's got a bit of a chunky exhaust on it and a sunroof. And we've got an early F here, or is it a later F? Could be a later one. It's got the square spokes, which I think are a later thing, and the obligatory spoiler. But yeah, the MGF is kind of growing on me as a shape over the TF. For some reason, now I don't own one. It's that new Red Bull car. I mean, it looks like a Red Bull car. Sir,
This is what I want to get to do with Maxi.
hang on. So this is what my dad wanted Kevin to do with his Maxi. We'll have to spin camera around and have a look. You'll be surprised at the results. So you wanted him to make it into like a mock rally car, basically.
A bit like what I've done with GT.
Yeah. Would you want him to do a rally dashboard as well?
Not necessarily.
Look at all them switches that you can't really see. No, you can't see.
Badge engineering at its best. Or worse.
Well, there's a lot to be said for badge engineering, isn't there? Because you wouldn't have a lot of cars that we have nowadays without that kind of thing going on. But they're interesting styles. When we used to see them on roads,
Princess.
yeah, and Ambassador and stuff, I used to
Richard Moore.
think, what an horrible looking thing. But now I look at them and I think, what a nice looking thing. This Princess more than, I assume that's Ambassador. Yeah. I suppose that's what it is about old cars, that when you did see them around, when they were current, you didn't give them two thoughts because you saw them around when they were current.
Like a modern day car today.
Yeah. But then when you see them at car shows, you think, yeah,
You look at some
they're
old
nice
news
things.
items, newsreels,
Yeah, and you look at the cars that are parked up and stuff.
or even programs.
Yeah,
You know,
programs,
television like
teleprograms.
that even made 20-25 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, let's have a look at this Rover 25. It looks as though it's in as good a nick as Rob's latest ZR purchase.
Okay.
This coloured car here is monogram lack appeal.
Right.
I do like them plinths there. They're quite cool. It's a 25 Mark 1.
So this is Bridge. He's my daily Rover 25. He's a 1.4k series. He's got just over 90,000 on the clock, and he was my first Rover on the road. He's a fantastic car. Mechanically, he's absolutely sound. He just needs some cosmetic work. And
It sounds like everybody here, to be honest.
yeah. Well, the dinosaur's taken the blame today, but the damage was caused to the bonnet by the previous owner's next door neighbour's cat, who
Oh,
kept
right,
using
okay.
Bridge as a bed.
Cat.
Yeah, it was a cat that
Really?
caused the damage. Yeah, cat caused all that damage on the bonnet. So the plan is Bridge is going to have a full respray. I just need to get one of my other Rovers on the road. So
Okay, what other Rovers have you got?
I've got another Rover 25, which is a very late 2005 Mark II.
Okay,
I've got a Tati Rover 211, which was pulled out of scrapyard.
okay.
I've got a Rover 45 in the same colour, which was an hour away from being crushed, and I saved that. Yeah, I have a habit of saving Rovers.
I think you've got the same illness as me.
That's what we
Yeah.
did, isn't it?
Yeah, 1,000 pieces. So yeah, Quite a
So
few.
you got a 75, did you say?
Yeah, I got
What-
two of them.
What is it?
So you
What
started
are they?
all this when you was about 2.
No, I've grown up with Rovers. My family have had Rover P6s since before I was born, and my dad is a Rover P6 part specialist, a restoration
there you go.
specialist, if I'm allowed to say his name.
Yeah.
It's MGBD Parts and Services in Willenhall.
There you go.
In fact, he's actually in Practical Classics
Is
this
he?
month and next month, because we did a road trip to Spain, which is in Bridge on the dashboard.
Okay.
We did a road trip to Spain in the ZTT, and then my dad's going to be in Practical Classics next month
Very
as well.
nice.
So,
Royalty. We're in the presence of royalty.
Oh God! Take your hat off, mate. Take your hat off.
Thank you.
yeah, no worries. Thank you.
So let's have a look at some of these metros. So there's a. Oh, he's got distracted.
Luxury side view, princess.
But it weren't called a princess, were it?
Wolseley.
It were called something else, weren't it?
Wolseley.
Was it the ambassador? Is that's what I'm thinking? Oh no, that's an ambassador.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Look at it. It looks, yeah, look at detailing on that, really. It just looks the part, doesn't it?
some people would have liked it at the time. That's what I'm saying. Look at this one. It's perfect. It's called Norman. If Norman were a car, he'd definitely be a beige Metro with mini lights on. Which Metro face do you prefer? This one or this one? Oh, he's debating this for a long time. The Mark 1, the early one. Okay. Yeah, I think I do as well.
Just a bit iron square at the front.
Yeah, everything's.
Wings on that, go down. Wings on that. Don't.
I think the wings are the same.
It might be my imagination.
I think it is your imagination. I'm pretty sure it's only the grille, the bonnet, and the headlights that are different.
Might be
I think.
because that's black and that's blue.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Which one's rose taupe? Is it this one?
Both of them.
Ah, we've got an MG Metro. Too many of these MG Metros got scavenged for their engines to put in minis when they became scabby. Yes, if only those people had known. Oh,
It was just a car.
well, they're all just cars, but I know what you mean.
That's why there's not so many left. It's just a car.
And we've got a Rover 100 here, which I believe will be a Kensington. Or maybe not looking at the stuff. It's an Ascot.
Both my MG Metros in for one Allegro.
What did you say?
People have got this idea. I like that new Allegro, so I think I've got 2 MG Metros. I'll just trade them in as deposit for an Allegro, and that's how it works. That's how it
Oh
still
right, okay, I
works.
see what you see.
Just sarcastically.
I see what we're saying now.
Right.
What we're saying is people, when they had these cars as everyday cars, they didn't even imagine at some point they'd be desirable.
Exactly.
And some people would probably still speculate that they're not desirable. But not everything is to everybody's taste, is it? So maybe this is a perfect example of that, like a matte green Metro pickup. Not everybody would like that. With a baseball bat engine bonnet stay, but I quite like that. I'm quite into that. Yeah, so there we go. So again, it's been one of them days where there's been loads and loads and loads to see. Probably far more than you can ideally look at while filming, because filming, contrary to popular belief, people think you just walk around pointing a camera at stuff, but it takes a lot more time than that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends, but most importantly, click and become a member. I don't know what you're doing that for. It's looking at me. It's not looking over there, is it? Become a member if you like. It's very cheap. You don't have to pay a lot, and it helps me pay for petrol to come to shows like this and stuff. So until the next one, bye.